finally some fresh content for the second channel, no pun intended, because honestly lately the second channel has just been this haven where I can upload Gwen content without getting hated, I guess. People really don't like Gwen still. Something about not liking anime. The League community is weird. I'm sure I don't need to go on a rant about that, but that's whatever. Anyway, we have this Mordekaiser top, at least we do for now, you'll see what I mean. Slightly AFK, don't quite remember what I was doing, so let me just explain in detail how I would build Thresh these days. First of all, your first criteria for your first item is Mordekaiser in the game and is he in your lane? If yes to both, then you should build QSS because Mord is stupid. Anyway, he's not very good. He keeps missing his Qs and stuff. And he has Doran Ring into this ranged matchup, which isn't going to help him with sustain and stuff. But that's whatever, right? So we've got part 2 of that kind of criteria, missing all that CS by the way, is 1, how experienced are you? Can you get away with not building tank? Do you need AD right now? These days with the durability updates, you really don't, is one thing I would say. So he just, he gets really aggressive with his passive, so I'm just like, okay. And then he does this weird E, which would have benefited me. And maybe it was a misclick, and then he dies, even though I didn't take his crazy taxi there. So, yeah, that's the first Mord death. I don't know, normally you should flay away a Mord as soon as possible, but I had this feeling he would let me drag him in the tower. Okay. So if you feel like you can do with some AD, you should go for Titanic Hydra. And you can build a pickaxe first. You don't need Tiamat because that can start pushing the lane when you don't want it to. That's so annoying. See, I flay him away there because I don't want to get hit by his passive. Unfortunately, he jukes the Viego, but he doesn't juke the hook, so that's good. He does a big W. We're slapping him down, and that's all good. So, not his day. So that was, we could do that because he just kind of... Did he teleport? No, he doesn't have teleport. So he walks up into a lane that was already pushing towards me. So it's just like he's in a bad place. He should not be doing anything here. And then when we're ripping his tower apart, he's like spamming missing ping apparently. Yeah, he was not having a good time. Yeah, he angrily slaps Viego. Oh my god, he's like rage chasing. I can recall and spend. I will never be able to finish what I'm trying to say if I keep speeding this up. So if you need tankiness now, go Sunfire or Frostfire. Usually Frostfire. And at that point, you can say, well, do they have lots of ranged champs? Frostfire, because it's just going to give you the health stats overall, the slow, it's useful. Whereas Sunfire, if they have lots of melee champs that you can be up and close and personal with, where the extra Sunfire damage is useful, or if they have lots of CC, like Morganas and stuff, then maybe you want to consider Sunfire. Usually, if both of those criteria are there, let's say they have, like, I don't know, Ornn, he's melee, high CC, Volibear, lots of melees and lots of CC, then you definitely want Sunfire, or even just they have lots of melees. Because then you're going to get more damage out, more tenacity, and it has better stats, better base stats as well. For a slightly higher price. Okay, and then your Titanic can help you, like, push a lane, unpush a lane, unpush, it's such a weird word. It's not a word. It's a leaguism. So Titanic can be used as like a power spike to harass an enemy and beat them up. But if that's not really an option, let's say Ornn is going like full tank, durability update's already in effect, Titanic's not going to help you kill Ornn, nor is even Wit's End. So you might as well go for your Sunfire, that's how you can be as useful to the team and not fear going, diving and stuff. If it's like Nasus, then you could go Sunfire because that's a tenacity option, or Frostfire by just ignoring Nasus. But if you want to try and poke Nasus down and beat him up, you should go for a Titanic. If you go for Wit's End or a non-hit item, he's just going to wither you and you're going to no damage. To that end, you can also go straight for Sunfire because you can't wither the Sunfire, so that's pretty good. Anyway, we have this big wave that we're going to try and move towards his tower now because he does try to freeze it, so we're going to harass him because we got the big wave. Here, Echo's going to come up. It's a little unfortunate. I'm like, oh god, this isn't good. I'm going to take a big stun. We'll just walk out. Now, I don't know why Mord did that because my hook might have missed. And he does mistake number 2, which has put me in the death realm. I walk out a bit before QSSing. Echo's already out because it's like, you put him in the death realm, but what am I going to do? He tries to come back, but my ghost and ghost reset has happened with Mord. He's dead. What can Mord do at this point? I'll tell you what he can do. momentarily. I think that was just him just now. There he is. Now we're working on our Titanic Hydra. So again, there's no minions in the way, so he's just, yeah, I'll hit you. He missed his E. I could have probably used ult aggressively if I had it. And then that would have sealed his fate, because then even in like a fight with Conqueror and stuff, I just outside him at this point. There's no point. We even got magic resist. So he goes to help Echo against this person here. Then he even goes to help like Echo here, and that was really silly because I could have autoed him. But I chose to kill Echo because, you know, Echo could have killed Viego. My mic's on, right? Thank God. Every time, man, I get worried. Because it's happened before. And there he goes. He's gone. I'm going to guess Echo talked some shit after Echo died. And Mord did his best. You can see here, he at least recalled to buy Leeching Lair and then just, you know, left. So that's where we can now start to speed the game up, because it's like, okay, I won lane, mid lane won lane, bot lane are even? We have Ahri AD carry, by the way. That was cool. In most circumstances, you'd like to play, I guess... I mean, we don't know for sure he's gone yet, so I'm just playing normally. But I wish there was a way to be more... To the point where having an AFK isn't that bad a detriment, right? So we slapped the minions, we slapped the tower, we get... Is it first tower? Could be, yep. Oh, as you can see, Victor asked someone to press R, or said press R to the Vex or something. So I pressed R. It's not like I need it, apparently. Mordekaiser nowhere to be seen. We're going to go ahead and get Berserker's Greaves. So, okay, that's our next choice, right? So after you get Sunfire, Frostfire, or Titanic, you want Berserker's Greaves, or you want it whilst you're building them, because tier 2 boots are important, right? Sunfire? No. Berserker's Greaves? Probably the best way of getting attack speed without, like, spending 3,000 gold on an attack speed item. And they give you a nice amount as well. 35%. You know, most attack speed items don't give you that much. Although if they do, they cost 3,000 gold, is what I mean. So, might as well take their jungle, look around, push up. And then here we're going to be a little friendly, because what are we waiting for? I will just continually take damage from MF and kind of prolong the game, unfortunately, but we get time to talk. Isn't that nice? So we can talk more about this Thresh build, right? I think Thresh is in a really good spot, but most champions are in a really good spot as far as tanks go, and he has no innate anti-tank, so it's like playing... He's ranged Nasus, but only without the tower shred potential. Because the amount of damage with that 1.5 magic damage per soul, like that really adds up. You can see I'm literally ignoring MF, and she's going to give up because she does no damage. It can really get insane, and with just Berserker's Greaves and Lethal Tempo, it will scale, and it will be really good. You know, no worries about that. You also have the armor, which makes you super tanky late game when you are gathering your souls. So at that point, you just need magic resist, and you can buy Wit's End if you want. It's unnecessary, but it is an incredibly good item if you can get away with it. Otherwise, just going more tanky so you can live, use more utility. Now, this MF had no freaking... She had no intent of being friendly. I'm talking like it's Team Fortress 2, man. Like, Maokai, you know, he'd sit on a lantern. That's a cool guy right there. Like this. Yep. Okay, so there's a bit of a fight down here. We get a nice ult from Renata here, but she is in Echo's ultimate range, which made him ultimate, which means I can easily get a kill on him. Remember, we do damage. We have 69 souls, I think. Yes. So we're doing 104 magic damage on hit right now at 80 minutes. Considering we have not bought really any on hit effects outside of Titanic, that's pretty good. And Titanic's like 400 health. Was it 300 now? 500. That's pretty good. The AD helps as well with that kind of bursty poke. But that bursty damage from the E passive has really gone down in value since durability update. with everyone getting more armor and magic resist, and still no real way for Thresh to build penetration for both. It makes the individual penetration options of Void Staff and I guess Last Whisper and its items quite inefficient, since AD Thresh's hybrid damage with the burst builds. Gonna do the old hook onto a minion and then beat the crap out of Victor. That's gonna work. Bit of Renata ultimate for encouragement. Lantern her out of that, and all good. Echo goes for a kill. He telegraphed his all heck. I tried to get him away from Ari, but could I have saved her if I eat him another way? Probably not. The hitbox is massive on that Q, but whatever. Got what I was on about now. Something about Thresh being an amazing tank. He is really good, but so is everyone right now. Like, any tank that can build demonic, like, you know, Diana, Amumu, all the, like, Shyvana, they're probably, you know, better than Thresh in general. Thresh is a top laner as well, so you got that downside of having to go to top. And of course, you don't have the gold to build this in support. Look at that, I managed to teleport and get the little Krugs. I go on to Dragon, and no one is here at the moment, actually. Everyone is either away or dead. Renata all coming in clutch. So MF's going to do nice damage to Maokai there. Or was it me? And flay them back in. Look how tanky we were. We didn't even... Like, we were 1v4 for a few seconds there. 1v4? Yeah, 1v4. Because Mord's not here. And then we just kind of kill them. That's nice, that's nice. But yeah, penetration, right? So, you know, someone that can build demonic and be more like, you know, one mono damage is going to scale better than Thresh can, but eventually that flat damage is going to really mean something, and it's always going to mean something to a squishy target, even after durability update, because you're just going to live longer than they are and outlast them, whilst you're doing, you know, 200 plus magic damage on hits. And that's not to say you can't build Void Staff. Thresh is majority magic damage, so, you know, I've been throwing a cheeky Void Staff here every now and then. And of course, a really good item is Abyssal Mask, which is a tank item as well. It increases magic damage not just for yourself, but everyone around you, because it reduces the enemy's magic resist based on health. Really working well with the Frostfire, which we have, and the Titanic. And of course, Overgrowth if you've got it. I almost never run Overgrowth. Simply because the Tenacity is too good, or the healing is too necessary. But yeah, good stuff. We're 805, but my Mord is AFK, so, you know, you can say it. You can say it. It's whatever. And definitely down more to the Mord than me, like, countering them, right? The QSS was probably the final nail in the coffin, because he's like, oh, I'm countered, dude. Like, what am I going to do? I lost lane to this stupid Thresh. And here you see I'm trying to, you know, like, MF, please. Yeah, give him a little kill. Threw him a sandwich, you know. Echo going for Vex. Vex will get away with the fear. Echo tries to chase for a bit. Fails. Okay. Now, I could have killed both of the Victor and the MF there, of course. I just chose not to. Alright. Push forward in the bot lane. So we're working towards Wit's End now. Abyssal Mask is super good. And because tanks are just so in right now, it might be better than Wit's End, honestly. Wit's End is still good. Wit's End is super good. It synergies so well with Thresh's kit. And if the meta speeds up again away from this tank-dominated meta, at least that's what it feels like. I'm not studying the meta or anything. Put her in a box. Stand there, let her burn a bit. She's going towards a wall. No flash for you. And then she'll die to lethal tempo range. Bunch of people coming in, so it's time to ghost away and walk in a straight line. And recall in the alcove. Alright. Thresh has a 300 gold bounty. That I do. Let's stop this guy. Beat him up. Echo's here. He's gonna ult, but that's okay. We're standing right on him, and he doesn't do damage. He's got items. He's got Magic Pen even, but he doesn't do damage to me. Why would I care? Abyssal Mask is super good, by the way. Have I mentioned that? Abyssal Mask is good? Yeah. Did you know Abyssal Mask is super good? Because it is. It also works well with Wit's End if you need that much magic resist. So, yeah, that's the tank meta we're in. I would like it if we had maybe less scaling armor and magic resist and more kind of base armor, magic resist, health. Or rather, what I really mean is, I wish we just lowered damage. Like, I wish we would just do that rather than doing these stupid roundabout balances. It's like, oh, we added too much damage in the game with Mythics, you know, Infernal Drake, Hextech Drake, you know, runes being insane since Season 8. So what we're going to do is we're going to raise everyone's armor and defense. Like, come on. Just lower the damn Mythic damage. The power spiking, the snowballing, it's still there. It's just now it takes slightly longer. I miss when the games were, you know, more exciting. Like, it's kind of crazy. I might have mentioned this on a stream. But I went back and I watched one of my old videos. I think it was a meme video because I wouldn't watch an old replay commentary. I'd cringe too much because I've done that as well. And I saw it was literally, we were at their Nexus and the only item I had as Thresh top was Blade of the Ruined King. And yet I was reasonably tanky. I wasn't like dying instantly, but if you do that, not now because of durability update, right? But you know, a few patches ago before the durability update, you would just die. Like, you would just be destroyed, especially mid-season 11 or early season 11. If you don't build a tank item, you are dead. Like, Kayn one-shots you. Anyone with a Duskblade would one-shot you. Especially, like, pre-nerf Eclipse and stuff. Insane. And the only reason Riot would do something like that is because, you know, they want to make it all... They want controversy. You know, it's like a drama YouTuber. You want to be like, yo... New overpowered item. You're not gonna say it. You're not gonna say, yo, this item's overpowered. You're just gonna release an item with stupid stats, release a champion with stupid stats or stupid abilities, and then just be like, oh, sorry, we're gonna balance it now to keep up the illusion. And then you release something else that's broken. It's totally intentional. There is no way a company can be that bad at balancing, especially because they were actually kind of good at it before. Like, I don't know if release Zinzel can even compare to some of the champions nowadays. Simply because even if he was overstated and stat sticked everyone, I wasn't actually there when he came out, by the way. Even if he stat sticked everyone, at least he wasn't reviving champions or becoming untargetable forever by sticking onto an allied champion, increasing them by a percentage of adaptive force. Like, man, I didn't want to get negative, but I started thinking about it. Okay, so the enemies do chase us out. We overstay a little bit. Not everyone is on the Giga Chad level of the 11-1 top laner with the AFK and Mord. My Zhonya's timings with hooks have been terrible. I'm so out of practice with that. Played too much Gwen recently. Gonna spare Maokai. Take the dragon. This is Dragon Soul, Ocean Soul. Another snowball property. I liked dragons just being gold, which was kind of funny because gold dragons, the ones that gave you 150 gold per champ, per person, was like, they were seen as too snowbally. Yeah, sick of MF shit here. What the fuck you doing? we just laugh at her corpse. You tried. Yeah, at least appreciate the danger here, MF. Mord came back. I've sold my QSS, and we're going for a Void Staff because magic damage. Alright. Because it feels like in the current game, the current meta, you need some kind of magic pen, like percentage pen, or else you die. Or you need some kind of percentage current health damage. Because everyone is a tank now. And actual tanks are like super tanky, but they need to buy a demonic or something. Or just have so much inherent value, like, you know, Ornn. Hitting the Nexus. Oh, there's a little tickly Victor ult on me. Does actually do damage to Ari though. And we're just going to slap the Nexus, because what can they do about it? Even Mord's not going to do anything about it because he's Berserk. And that is a dead Nexus. Yeah, close game. Was it worth doing the replay for? Of course it was, because we got to talk about Thresh builds and how the game is stupid, which we do all the time. Come watch the streams if you want to see me talk more shit. I'd like to keep that down to a low, because I know it seems like a lot of negative energy, but it's League, so it's okay. But you know how it is. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.